Let me tell you about Jay. You know he wise, man. That boy got knowledge for days. Check out his mind. Then we got Sean coming through like Thanos. Keep him in line. He's a quiet storm, but don't get it twisted. You see the grind. And next up, we gotta talk about Nate. You know she slay. She got the brains and the beauty plus strength to keep him straight. And last but not least, we got Nostradamus. He's the voice of the people, so he'll keep it poppin'. My squad gon' keep it 100, and that's all facts. They're here to spark the conversation. Now you debate that.
Welcome to another episode of Debate That, where we discuss relationships, pop culture, social issues, and much, much more. My name is Jay.
And I'm Nay.
I'm Sean.
And Nostradamus, what we got for today?
Today's question is, should you wait until marriage to have sex?
And I'm going to let y'all take it away.
I take that as a no for you.
Let me just get real with y'all real quick, all right? So
I'm a yes and no.
Do women like to test drive?
On two different spectrums. For me, spiritually, which is more important, the answer is no. You should. The answer is yes, you should wait. Spiritually, biblically, according to my faith, you should wait. And I understand all the reasons why behind that, right?
Fleshly. I like to test drive.
I'm a winner, you know. So I mean, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't warrant to not be obedient. But hey, and there's also good pointers in not waiting too. Ooh.
What pointers are those?
Test driving the whip.
Yeah.
I'm with.
But it does not warrant. This entire conversation, y'all. I'm gonna keep saying it doesn't warrant. It doesn't warrant the consequences because we can choose our actions, but we can't choose our consequences. And there's reasons why we are not supposed to.
I'm rolling with Nate. I gotta say yes and no for the reason of when you have those multiple people that you're sleeping with like that, it causes an issue later on. It could cause an issue later on. Not to mention everything that, like Nate said, that comes with emotionally attaching yourself to an individual. On the other hand, what happens if you get into this relationship, right? And then you end up having sex and it's trash. So, but granted, if it is a person who is a virgin, then you got to give them time. But if you both are virgins, then you're not gonna know what it is. If you've never seen TV, you can't miss it.
Thank you.
True.
And you just have to learn together. So
essentially, if everybody stayed that way until they were married, it would work. Right. But because you don't, now you have something to compare it to. And then when it gets to that point where you're like, okay, we good. And then this person is not up to par where you're at, and they're not trying to get there. Mm-hmm. It might be a divorce, because otherwise, either or, one of those parties is going to start looking, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to be in. So let's run a list. Why should you?
Ways.
Yeah.
Why should you wait? Spiritually, reasons. I mean, you do have soul ties, that you, of course, intertwine with. But I mean, like she said, and like you said, there's a lot of reasons why you should wait. But the world we live in, I mean, that flesh is weak. You know what I mean? So, hey, you gotta, I don't know, you just gotta be responsible. You definitely gotta be responsible.
I haven't heard any other reason other than spiritually.
That
kind of covers everything.
I'm thinking.
I think for me, the main reason would be spiritually. And which, I mean, that precedes everything else, to be honest with you. So, I mean,
So if you think about why you should or shouldn't, right? If you have one for spiritually that you should not, but then you have a whole bunch of lists why you should, doesn't the pro outweigh the con?
Not necessarily,
no.
because when you're getting in relationships with different people, and then you bring that baggage with you,
Yep.
then that's something that affects the relationship later on. So you may have a list of things that are pros for why you should have sex before marriage, but you just don't see the list of the cons of why you should wait, or the pros why you should wait. So
Choose your actions, not your
it comes out later on
You choose
in
your actions,
other
not the
relationships.
consequences.
Because think
And
about it. What if you had
here's the
sex?
thing. Oh, I was gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
here's the thing. Like, as our generations progress, kids are having sex at younger ages and stages, where physically their bodies aren't ready, mentally they're not ready, emotionally they're not ready. You know, they're breaking their little spirits that aren't matured, and they're just bouncing from everybody's different spirits from 12, 13 years old nowadays.
What about kids?
Huh?
What about kids? Like, if you're not ready,
Well, that's
sex
what I'm saying.
is sex is for reproduction.
Right. It's not just like the feel good. It is the diseases that come with it nowadays. It is, but you know, generally speaking, it is, as women, we can get pregnant. It's just so many consequences behind the act thereof that you cannot control the consequences. You only control the action in the moment, and that is having sex. And if that's it, we don't control anything else that comes after.
Nostradamus, what's your view on it?
Man,
I got some views, but you know,
I'm with you. I'm not gonna go buy a car without test driving it, and I damn sure ain't gonna buy a used car without looking under the hood.
As long as you ain't ghost riding the whip, you're all right. Wear your seatbelt.
Because this is the way I look at it, right? I understand from a biblical aspect, like you guys are saying, but what if you save yourself, right? What if you stay a virgin till you get married, but the person who you married is like your dream chick, and she been out doing her thing, so she have experience. Now you can't even really satisfy her, maybe because you don't know how to, and that ultimately might end up losing the person that you're just so in love with, because statistically, I think sex and money are the top two reasons for divorces. So now, because I saved myself for this person and I can't even put it down like I was supposed to because I didn't get the experience, now I'm gonna lose this person who's like my dream woman.
Well, hold up. What if, now I get what you're saying, but you saying that person is a virgin, the dude is a virgin because he waited, right? That's what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. No, but she has to know that he's a virgin and he ain't about to be out here slinging pipe. So
right.
if you get in a relationship, you get married, and if she's willing to wait, even though she has experience and she's willing to wait, then she should know that he's a virgin, that he's not going to be experienced in that arena. So therefore, she has to give him time, and he has to be willing to learn what she like and don't like.
What woman gonna give another man time?
If you know that the person's a virgin, you got to give him time. What?
Man, she gonna be out there.
Just be like, I got this.
She gonna be out there doing whatever she can on the side to get her pleasure because her husband can't please her.
No,
bag full of toys.
Who out here?
Hold on.
So why you married dude in like, since we're speaking about this girl married to this virgin guy, this is our scenario right now. Why you got married to the dude in the first place? Like, you really, I just feel like, you know, there must have been other reasons behind, because if he was a virgin and y'all ain't have sex up until marriage, obviously, you know, this man ain't experienced this. Like, you ain't know that you're gonna have to put in some kind of work in the marriage.
No, because
You
she
ain't
she wanna
you ain't love
she
him in the
wants to
first place.
marry
You should
this
not marry
guy.
him. You should
She
not
wants to
marry him.
marry this guy because she see that in the long run he's going to be able to take care of her financially with all the needs that she want. Maybe she want a lot of things, so she's going to sacrifice that part because she knows she's going to get it on the side, but she's going to go ahead and take from what he can give and not worry about him being able to put it down for her.
Well, she wrong from the beginning.
She
Of
wrong from
course.
that's what I'm saying. Why she married him in the first place? She wrong from the
But
beginning.
that
She
she
don't
is wrong
deserve
from the
her little
beginning.
virgin man.
Yeah,
She
she
don't
is
deserve
wrong
him.
from
Alright.
the beginning, but that doesn't mean that he should not have waited. He should have just did his thing so that way he could have just pleased her is what I'm saying.
You lost me. Because even
Because
when he
when
gets to the point where he get married,
thank you. That's what I was about to say.
it's still gonna be the same.
Same. He's still not
She
pleasing her.
still gotta wait.
He's still not pleasing her. So,
Okay,
I mean,
here's a question. Why do you get married? Mr.
Security.
Nostradamus.
Security. Why else?
What else? Like, it ain't security for dudes. Like, as dudes, we're not looking for security from a woman. How am I look? Oh my God, babe, they're shooting. Protect me. Like, that's
Hey, it depends on how your woman built.
oh yeah, there are some women out there that's about that life.
Yeah, for real.
But sometimes it's not about security and just protection. Sometimes it's security in finances because you know that woman's going to be able to take care of you. Sometimes it's security in just having the stability of not having to be out on the market anymore. And then you settle for whoever it is you marry. You know what I mean? And so you marry for security, man. And I mean, for tax breaks, I guess, too.
So you married for security.
No. You asked why did I marry, or did you ask in general?
Okay, I can understand that from a woman's perspective, right? But from a dude's perspective, why are we getting married?
Because you ain't trying to be in them streets like that no more. You know what I mean? You trying to, you know, obviously
Settle
if
down.
you do have some type of spiritual background or whatever the case may be, you kind of in a sense of, you get to that point where you just like, look, I ain't trying to be out here in these streets slinging. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff going on in the world. And sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. I mean, it just depends on the person when it comes down to even that whole ideal of being married. But for me personally, hey, it was just, hey, I wasn't trying to be out in these streets. You know what I mean? Like that. And when you find somebody that, you know, you're compatible with, then, you know what I mean, you make it happen. And like you said, I mean, there is some sense of security. You know what I mean? Not when you're thinking of it from a financial situation and stuff to that nature. But like you said, you know what I mean? You find somebody who basically solid and, you know what I mean, you feeling secure where it's not challenging your manhood, but, you know what I mean? It's just a security blanket.
But that still doesn't answer the question.
Well, the other thing
what?
too, sometimes people get married because the chick is like, well, I'm gonna save myself. So the dude gonna be like, all right, well, we just gonna get married so I can smash you out, and then I'm just gonna get a divorce. Like, I'm okay with that.
That or still play on the
Some
side.
dudes are like that. I mean, no lies. Some dudes seriously be like, all right, well, I'm just gonna marry you so I can get it, and that's like something I conquered, and then we just break up later.
Why did you get married, Jay?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I got married because I actually love my wife, man. My wife, I'm serious, man. We over here talking about I'm trying to get out the streets and I actually love my wife.
Hey, that's a general response.
You get it? No, but I
It's
said
not.
that early on. I said that early
For me,
on.
that's a no-brainer.
love
I
her.
love my wife, so why? I love her. That's no question. That's the reason why we got to that point.
So the reason why I married my wife is because I love my wife. 1, 2, my wife made me better. she didn't have a problem challenging me. So when she says certain things, when I look back on it, over the whole time, she made me better. Not only that, just through her actions, because she got 80 degrees. So, I'm just about to go get, my first degree. So,
man, you must have did something to mess up. You sound like you begging right now, G.
Bro, just because I want to give props to my wife, I'm out here begging.
I married my wife because I love her. I married my wife because she make me better. Blah blah. You sound like you done messed up, bro.
No, bro. On the flip side of that, I make my wife better. I'm sure my wife loves me. It's no different. But you asked me.
Hey, let me know when you grow your sack back. All right.
Hey, did you wait till you get married, or wait till you got married?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, I did. I'm saying you should. I didn't say I did. I never said I did. I said you should, but I ain't knocking nobody who doesn't.
You have any regrets in not waiting?
Yeah, I do have regrets in not waiting.
I do.
I do have regrets in not waiting. But during that time period, I don't think I was thinking about what comes with not waiting when you get in relationships with people and that goes down. Because
you get so spiritually entangled with so many different people, man. Like, for real.
I agree.
And so what about
this? Is a difference in perspective when you're younger, right, versus when you're older. Like, and basically, when I say younger and older, I mean like as a child and as an adult, right? When you're a child, you're not thinking of those consequences. You're just thinking about the numbers. And when you become an adult and you see the consequences of the things you did, then you're like, man, maybe I should have waited. So let's talk about your perspective when you was a child and you were running around trying to smash whomever out versus an adult. Because it's also a difference, like a kid's perspective versus a parent's perspective too, right? I think us as parents would love if our kids save themselves for marriage. But, there's that angle that we need to explore as well.
So from a child to an adult is because the way sex is, I guess, politicized. The way sex is, it's marketed, the way that is branded, it's not looked at something. It's not looked at as something that's sacred, though it is. Because what it's supposed to be for is reproduction, right?
And pleasure.
There's pleasure, but the first part of it is for reproduction.
Mm-hmm. See, I disagree with that right there, Jay.
For reproduction.
I disagree with that. I feel like if you're having sex for reproduction, I feel like it becomes a task, right? So I think you should have sex with your spouse or whomever because you want to and you enjoy it. And if the reproduction happens, then you just take it.
No, you miss what I'm saying.
I think he's just
sex
saying
is
like
for
just the
reproduction.
Science, yeah, just the science behind it.
Like that is the reason that when you have sex and you ejaculate and the sperm goes up, it's like there's a whole process for reproduction. You wear condoms to stop reproduction. Like the whole point of the matter is for reproduction. The pleasure and everything that comes with it, because you want to show your significant other intimacy, then that's the other part of it. But the reason that it's pleasurable is why would you do it otherwise? If it hurt and all the time and it was just mundane all the time, you wouldn't do it. So there has to be some pleasure attached to it for you to do it, so you can reproduce. But so the sex doesn't have to be outstanding if it's for that. But as you learn a person, you get better at it. Now, as a child, I wasn't looking at it that way. As I got older, you start to understand why you should wait and things like that. And to your point, Nostradamus, you're right. The perspective change over time, and the way that you look at sex change over time. Like, I really don't care to have the 20-year-old bad chick. Now I'm a look, but that's a task. Like that's a task. I'm
your
not.
stamina
No.
ain't up there no more.
What happened?
Say your stamina not up to that no more.
No, it's not even that. I don't want 20-year-old problems. Like I mean, I'm with my wife. I've been with my wife for years. So I understand my wife. I know my wife. I know what she likes. I know what she don't like, so forth and so on. But we have kids and the bond there and everything that we've been through. Ain't nobody else there's just not worth it.
I feel you.
So for me, that's my perspective now.
Same here though.
Agreed.
Well, I mean, anything you trying to add? Like here's a question. Here's a question right here. If marriage isn't about the sex, right, then why worry about if it's good or bad? So if you're getting married,
sex, man.
Huh?
It is about it, because it is about sex. It is about being compatible with your partner. You know what I mean? It's about a lot of things.
So
let me ask you this:
sex is up there on the list.
Yeah.
My bad, John.
Can you be married? No, you're good. Can you be married to a person and probably have sex once a month, maybe once every few months, and consider yourself happily married?
That depends on the individual.
Yeah, there are people that do it, but I ain't doing that.
That's a fact.
It's not happening. But that depends on the individual. Some people have more sex drives than others.
True.
I mean, and I just think that if you are in a union of marriage, you should be striving to do whatever pleasing for your spouse, and vice versa.
I agree. I mean, I know people who got married because they didn't want to strap up no more. They wanted to shoot up the club. So they said, hey, we're getting married. And I mean, granted, they still married to this day. But hey, it worked.
With having sex with multiple people, a lot of people, like it causes a problem when you get into that relationship with one person. And
I
agree.
Break that down. How so?
Because with having sex with this person, and this person, and then you find this person that's amazing, right? And you're not looking at it from the sexual aspect, right? You're looking at it because for each individual, there are certain things that they require from another individual, right? So the list of things that I need are these things. This person match these things. To that individual, sex may not be on that list because I had so much sex, it's whatever. But now, in this point in time in life, I need this. Now, this person has these qualities. They get with this person. But in the sex department, because I had sex with all of these people, this woman won't do this particular thing that I want. But homegirl did this. Maybe this one did this. So now it start to cause a problem if that person don't want to give up those specific things because this particular person don't want to do that. But now remember, she has this list of everything that you want. Now, does that drive a wedge in between the two of you? Because I don't get this, but I get all of this. So that's what I'm saying. When you have sex with multiple people and you get with this person that has these qualities that you want, but sexually, they can't match up to the porn star that you had sex with.
So you try to do a Build-A-Bear and create one, and make one.
Well, this puzzle piece ain't gonna fit on certain things over here. You know what I mean? So having sex with multiple people. Now, this may be a little bit. This may make it a little bit different. Like, if you had sex with this particular person before marriage and you weren't out here trying to Wilt Chamberlain people. So if you had sex with this particular person before marriage and y'all got married and so forth and so on, that may be different because you're not out here sleeping with everybody. It's just this person that you had sex with before, which you still should wait. But in that situation, I can get that.
So do you think having sex before marriage would strengthen a couple's relationship, or do you think holding off and waiting until marriage would strengthen their relationship?
I got a what's your name for that, but I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let y'all go.
No, you should go first.
I think I got a believe it or not, I got a homegirl who I would work with, right? And she, was a virgin. Good chick, you know what I mean? The dude she had recently just got married. They just got married. Now he had experience, obviously. But she said she made that decision to wait till she got married. And I forget how old she is. But overall, she said it was well worth the wait. You know what I mean? And that's her being a virgin. And she didn't want to, be out there in them streets like that. But she said, oh, it was awesome. It was definitely worth the damn wait. And I mean, like lit up. So I'm gonna have to agree that if you put in the work and like say you got an agreement with each other, I think it definitely is worth the wait. And I think it actually builds a stronger relationship because your relationship isn't built off of those type of pleasures. So to answer Jay on that list of, things that person meets to where you just have that sex as the last one there. Now, if you can hit that, then shit, at that point, it's ball out of the park. You good. Because now you got everything that you're looking for.
So what about this? Nate, you had something to throw in there?
No, I was gonna say the same thing. Like overall, I believe it should strengthen a relationship. Your relationship wasn't built on the pleasures of sex beforehand, and moving forward, now you have another beautiful area to build upon together. You guys should be strengthened by that.
But to your point though, real quick, Sean, based on your story, right? You said she waited, but he didn't. Mm-hmm. So she didn't have anything to compare it to, and he was out getting his experience. So of course he knew how to put it down to make her think that it's an amazing experience. That's what I'm saying.
But it doesn't matter.
But you got to look at
he waited.
When I say looking at it, I mean, you got to exactly. So I think it's even harder because he's been out there in them streets and he's tried different stuff. So to have and make a commitment to say, you know what, I'm going to wait. We're going to rock this out together. Bruh, that's harder than saying, okay, well, yeah, I got homeboy out here and I done got my experience, this and that, but I got a virgin chick and I'm about to blow her back out. At that point, you're really not accomplishing a whole lot, but to say, okay, well, we're going to partner up. You want to wait till marriage? And they were together for some years. So it ain't like, oh, you know what I mean? It was just a few months of this and that, whatever. Nah. So I think it really built the bond and the trust and that relationship to where that foundation shouldn't be broken off of what's not happened on the intimacy level as far as physical wise.
So I got a homeboy who's African, and he said in his culture, marriages are built less on sex and they stay married longer versus in the Western culture that's built more on sex and end up in divorce at higher rates. I mean, I don't know if the numbers actually show that, but I can see where he comes from because there's tradition there. So
to an extent though, but there's like, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but even like, for example, my wife, like they have a, what you call that thing? They call them a kitchen party, right? When a woman is getting married. So at that point, what they're doing is they take that woman and she's around the elderly, I ain't gonna say elderly, sorry, but the older woman who's experienced. And those women are teaching that woman how to be a woman, how to please the man and this and that, whatever, you know what I mean? These are all parts of like the culture where they'll take them in and No, you please your man, and they'll tell you straight up. Even though you sick, you might have the flu or a cold. They say it's not sick though. So it like if your dude need it, then you better, get ready. You know what I mean? But it's like when you think of it from a cultural point of view, because there's a lot of cultures out there too, Jay, where they be like, you know what I mean? Long as home is taken care of, I don't give a damn what he do outside. Yeah, we still married, but long as I ain't got to want for nothing, my bills are paid, kids are good. Hell, he could be out there slanging, doing whatever the hell he want. You know what I mean?
But that comes right back to this.
It does.
I mean, so to that point, sex is, you can have sex with a person and just be great, but have sex with a person that you communicate great with, have sex with a person that you laugh with all the time, have sex with a person that when you go out, you guys have fun, you enjoy one another. Like, and that's not a fairy tale, because at the end of the day, you're going to have ups and downs. But if you took the time in the beginning part of that relationship to figure one another out, to understand one another, to figure out what a person likes, dislikes, so forth and so on, then when it gets to that point where you have sex, then that's what takes it over the top and makes it even better, because you understand the individual that I'm dealing with. Having sex before marriage, you miss stuff that you should pay attention to, red flags that you should pay attention to, because he laid it down or she put it on you. So he may be tripping at the fact that you went out with your homeboys, and that shows a level of insecurity that she has, but you overlook that thing because she got the fat booty, right? So when it gets to that point and you just start overlooking stuff, then you get married because of the sex instead of the reasons your list, then that's what caused the problem later on.
Exactly. Well said. Exactly.
Very well said. Sound like an educated man.
Do you guys believe in born again virgins?
Say what?
What did you say?
Do you guys believe in born again virgins?
I think you can be born again virgin. I don't know about the virgin part, but you can be born again.
Right.
When it comes down to it, you know what I mean? Like, far as if that's like the same thing. Homegirl grew up in the church. Homeboy is in the church too. So if he lay down at that altar and say, you know what? I'm going to be born again and I'm not doing this and that, whatever. And like I said, they waited till they got married. Yeah, I feel like it can happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, is that term an actual term in the Bible, Nay? Like born again virgin?
No.
Because I got a problem with that, because I think that was just a term that somebody who was out there hoeing created to become a pastor or something like that. So then I'm born again virgin. You know what I mean? It's like, dude. So there's certain things I got a problem with. You shouldn't have just did what you did. So don't try to, make a new turn now.
He's telling you what his problem was. His problem was in the left field.
You don't become a virgin again. But our God is a God of grace, of mercy, and he's a just God, and he's always going to continuously forgive us over and over and over again, as many times as we make our mistakes, as many times as we sin, as many times as we fall flat on our face. We don't deserve it, but he will forgive us. So you make your mistakes, you go to God, repent, you're forgiven. Doesn't warrant to continue making the mistakes. I'm going to need you to try to do better the next time. When you know better, you do better. Simple as that. That's
like people say I'm a born again thief. I'm a born again cheater. You know what I mean? Same thing.
It is throwing around the terminology born again to make your situation. I mean, if you want to play something, hey, by all means. Y'all know me already. Hey, go ahead. I don't mind. Call yourself a born again, whatever you want to call yourself. Just, try to do better the next time. You know, mistakes came in. We're all human. We're all flesh. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna sin. It's just. It is what it is at this point.
I think that.
So,
but
everybody agree with test. Everybody agree with test driving a whip though. It seems like.
But I don't know if I 100% agree with it because they don't give you medical insurance when you first start the job. You gotta wait. So you got you gotta wait. You gotta put in them 90 days before you get that. So
it depends what job. It's some jobs medical start day one.
You're right.
But guess what? It's some cars you just not gonna be able to test drive because they coming right off the line. And you get yours. You order it before you order it before it even comes out, and you get so there's exceptions to the rule, I guess, to your point, because there are cars that come straight off the line, and then you get that car. You didn't test drive it. You just that car is dope, so I'm gonna get that car. You want to be one of the people to have it for the first time. So yeah, there are jobs that give you insurance out the gate, but most don't. So they want to see what they're getting.
So I got a question here, right? What is the best line that you've ever used to kind of like what's the word, like persuade a girl into letting you do it, or Nate, vice versa? Like what's the best line you ever heard a guy say that made you want to do it?
Or have you ever gave a line to make you want to do it?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because you don't really hear from the woman's side. What can you do to manipulate the dude?
You ain't got to do nothing as a woman to manipulate a dude, but back your eyes.
I never had to manipulate anybody. Let's start there. But
did you ever have to persuade?
No. I've never had to do that. I've never had to do that. And you said, what was the first question? What was the best line I ever heard?
Yeah, that a guy gave you.
So let me be honest. Like, let me just put this out here. Like, I'm not persuaded by people's words.
Y'all hear that, guys? Get it together.
It's all about your actions. So typically, I think that if I was intimate with a partner, it's because they ain't bothered me about it. That wasn't the most important thing.
So you just let it happen organically.
You wasn't like beasting me all the time, making sexual comments all the time. Like, I catch things like that. I pay attention. I'm like, that's what you want. All right, wait for it. So for me, it's like just something that just if it did happen with a partner, it's because it happened organically. I'm very selective, very.
Go ahead,
I never had no line, bro. I'm just not good at it. But I'm funny, and I make people laugh.
Bro, you ain't never just say, just let me put the tip in.
Nah, bro, because I've never been smooth like some. Huh? What happened?
That's a turn off.
Hey, it's dudes that say it though, because they think if they just put the tip in, then they could just slide all the way in. So
because it ain't no shoulders.
That's a turn off.
Yo, I've never been able to do the line thing. I've never been smooth enough to hit people with a line, right? But I make people laugh. And like Big said, if you grin, I'm in. So I'm good at making people laugh, and women like to laugh. My wife I made her laugh. I didn't have no line.
Two peas in a pot though, because she is hilarious as hell too, and it's so nonchalant where it's so easy for her to just shoot something off the top of the dome, and she had you crying just because like she's so witty with her comments.
I gotta be sharp because she
super
get
quick.
Me. She'll get me, but I gotta be quick. So she catch me off guard a few times.
That's like my homie next door right here. He told me they was in the yard yesterday, on actually Thursday, him and his wife, and he was like, damn man, he up there pulling out weeds, and he was like, man, My old wife, she a damn fool, but you wouldn't know it because she quiet. And he was just like, man, she up there talking about, I was like, damn, man, my knees hurt. And she told me, you better ask your mom, will she get her knee patch?
Oh,
I was like,
damn.
oh, shit.
So she just came off with it?
But you would have, you came straight off with it, but you would have never known, bro. Like, you better ask your mom where she get her knee pads from. He's like, what you trying to say? Yo,
you know that, they kill us, man, because they don't say much, and then they just hit you, and you don't have no comeback. Bro. No comeback. I've been there before.
But yeah,
my wife done got me before, and I just walk out the room, and I ain't got no comeback. I'll be back later. You got this one. You got this one. I let that ride.
I ain't had no pickup lines neither. I was low key. That's why I go by Quiet Storm. You know what I mean? Hey, I be chilling. I just lay back in the cut. People assume. I let people assume what they want.
Sean been cool since high school. Like Sean was so cool. He probably shoot ice on the ground and slide across it. He always been cool. He been quiet, just chilling. Always got the fly kicks. Like Sean was that guy, still is.
I think that was that kryptonite though that kept him off me though, because when people used to think the opposite, and they probably used to think that I was out here doing this and doing that, and that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? But I just never put myself out there like that. Like you said, I ain't got them lines neither. You know what I mean? Like I said, I sit there and then something might shoot out quick. But then for the most part, like I said, I'm just laid back chilling. You know what I mean? And you, a straight up comedian. You know what I mean? Nostradamus, I don't know what pickup lines you use.
No.
To get your
straight 100% unadulterated truth. That's it. He think it, he say it. That was it.
Hey,
he said it.
I was once told the story of the two bulls. Okay, it's an old bull on top of a hill and a young bull on top of a hill. At the bottom of the hill, it's a whole bunch of cows, and the young bull said to the old bull, "Hey, let's run down there and F some of these cows." And the old bull said to the young bull, "No, let's walk down and F them all." Okay. I'm a straight, back in my day, I was straight young bull. Hey, what you trying to do? No? Okay. What you trying to do? No? Okay. What you trying to do? I asked 15, 20 girls. One girl gonna say yes. That's all I need is one. So I was young bulling it the whole way.
So you take them for the team?
Take what for the team?
Like like you said, all that takes is for one girl to say yes. So where would your standards at?
Well, I got a weight limit threshold.
Look.
He said he got a weight limit.
You got a weight limit threshold.
Yeah. But it varies by how tall the woman is too, right? Because a woman who's 4'7" that's 150 is different from a woman that's 5'7" that's 150. So it just varies on the type of woman it is.
So what if she was 250, 4'11"?
I ain't taking that one, bro.
Y'all so damn.
Whoa. Okay.
Now, but on the real, I got one more question.
Okay.
Since we talking about waiting until marriage, would you, if you could go back, would you redo it and would you change? Would you actually wait until you were married? If you didn't, would you wait until you were married?
Knowing what I know now.
Wait.
You got it? You got it,
said, I was just trying to have him repeat the question. Would you have waited?
If you didn't wait until you were married, would you go back and change and wait?
Yes. Okay, so yes and no. Okay, so for me, wait, no, ahead. I cut you off, Peanut. Go ahead and finish what you were saying.
I mean, if knowing what I know now, yes.
So for me, I have to answer that on two different perspectives. Okay. So number one, automatically the answer would be yes. I strive to wait till marriage before I had sex. I met what was who is now my ex, but also the paternal father to my daughter. And that was the greatest blessing of my life. That changed my life. So out of wedlock, I had my daughter. If it wasn't for my daughter, I wouldn't have learned things that I know now. I'm so much wiser, so much mature. Like it really helped me to grow into a woman from being a little girl. So I don't want to dismiss the value that I received and the goodness that I received from the sin that I committed. And that's us also, but the Bible always talks about God is going to turn anything bad or evil into good. So that was out of this sin that I committed is my beautiful daughter. And there's a lot of strife that comes with that. I'm a single mother, there's so much other additions that the consequences that I cannot control because there's consequences for my actions, right? So yes, I would have chosen to continue to try to wait. But I also don't regret the blessing that has come from that. So that is the answer for me.
Nice. I ain't got my talk.
No, I feel the same way. You know what I mean? The same thing. Like I said, I mean, if with the information that you do know and the experiences and the lessons, yeah, I would have waited too.
I mean, but we're so much older and wiser now, and hey.
I'm sorry to all my that talk sign. I don't know where it is. So I got to make another one. So
Nay, you say you're a single mother?
Yes.
So are you guys out there? Y'all heard it first? Well, not even first, because it's been said several times. She's a single mother. Shoot the resi. We'll go over it.
Bruh, I didn't have so many people text me about Nay, and I'd be like, well, if you coming, you better step your game up, brother.
You better have your issue in order. You better be up for late nights looking for flowers, and stuff like that. If you're down for that,
it's yellow.
You're good. So is Imani's. Look
fashion. At that. I'm an educated Black woman. I'm a boss. I'm an entrepreneur. I like nice things. I like to laugh a lot. If you can't make me laugh, step aside.
You have a weight limit.
You have the point right now.
And so much
you have
more.
A weight limit?
Do I have a weight limit?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have my preference in body type. I don't know if I would say I have a weight limit. I've dated all different weight sizes. I try not to discriminate. I'm attracted to the ones that make me laugh. I say that though. Don't be trying to come up here and give me corny jokes neither. I know what's a real good laugh.
Hey, True said Nate going on a date after this episode.
Shoot the resi.
And we gonna be in the booth right behind too. Make sure we hear all that conversation.
All right, man. So again, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Any final thoughts? I'll let y'all go.
Final thoughts. Y'all kids out there, just wait. Just wait. If you can wait, just wait. If you can't wait, that's on you. But if you can wait, just wait. If you can't wait, there's consequences. Remember that. You can choose your actions. You don't choose the consequences.
That's right.
If you can wait.
Yep. So if you're going to test ride a whip, just make sure you're wearing a seatbelt. We don't ghost ride whips.
Because I'm telling you, man, once you pop, the fun don't stop. That's about to be your weakness for life. I already know. That's about to be your weakness for life.
Then you just have the mentality. I guess you can't even look at it from that perspective. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that part. But because I was gonna say, hey, it's all the same, but it's definitely not all the same. I was gonna say, hey,
not.
You know what I mean? It's different shapes, different sizes. But listen, be responsible. Bottom line.
Be responsible. There we go.
Right. I can't say whether or not you should wait till marriage, but what I can say, what I heard, what somebody once told me was, is 18 years of pain worth 1 minute of pleasure?
You're right.
That's right.
And my final thought is, I can't tell you what to do because I sure didn't wait. But
right,
ideally, you would want to wait. So to that, I would say smart people learn from their mistakes, and wise people learn from others. Do you want to be smart or wise? That's it for me.
That right there. You're on the road today. Where's that at?
Yeah, I think he stole that from somebody else too. So you better give credit for that one.
How you figure I stole it from somebody else?
Because I don't want to told you that.
I always say profound stuff. What'd you say?
I'm the one told you that. That's how
I tell me that
from me.
I saw that on TV.
Hey. I got it from somewhere else, but I told you that.
That do sound like something.
I saw that on TV, bro. What you talking about? And I just remember good stuff, and I write it down.
You must have had your phone connected to the TV, and when I text that to you, it was on the screen.
I'm gonna go look back at our text thread, and I'm gonna see. And if it's on there, then I'll give you your props one day off camera.
Oh, J Diddy over here.
Off camera.
Take that. All right, go ahead, Nate. Wrap us up.
Thanks so much, guys, for joining us in another episode of Debate That. What do you guys think? Wait for marriage? Not wait for marriage? Is marriage about sex? Let us know. Comment below, like, subscribe, share our page with your friends, your family. We hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Yeah. Back on the grind, remember the times I'm feeling like Michael. We're taking a stand, creating a plan, and beating the cycle. We got a whole lot of work we gotta do. Give me the raw, give me the real, just give me the truth. We start a conversation, then let the world debate it. Breath of fresh air coming through just like ventilation. And no boy, let me tell you about the squad. A dream team, so you know they coming hard. Now first up, let me tell you about Jay. You know he wise, man. That boy got knowledge for days. Check out his mind. Then we got Sean coming through like Thanos, keep him in line. He's a quiet storm, but don't get it twisted. You see the grind. And next up, we gotta talk about Nate. You know she slay. She got the brains and the beauty plus strength to keep you straight. And last but not least, we got Nostradamus. He's the voice of the people, so he'll keep it poppin'. My squad gon' keep it 100, and that's all facts. They're here to spark the conversation. Now you debate that.